Alright ladies and gents, how are you guys doing today? You probably missed that intro. I know I did, some of yous might not. But of course, this is a show where I cover everything Apple. Some of yous are like, hang on, before you say where have you been, where have you been? I am here in this beautiful place behind me, which is known as China. And by the time I'm uploading this, I'm back in the UK, sad facing this, only joking, only joking. Missed doing this whole YouTube thing and Apple Weekly in specific, and I've got tons of emails saying, where is Apple Weekly? It's because I've been abroad. YouTube doesn't work here, so before I leave here I thought, hey, I'd do a special Apple Weekly and it will upload by the time I get back home. Here is a taste of what is to come, the shopping that I've done. Check that out. Check that out. Coming on the channel pretty soon, but of course this is a show where I cover everything Apple, both on YouTube and iTunes. I would highly appreciate if you can check out flyders.com, excellent accessory for your Magic Mouse, and of course iGear.com. First up, doesn't this look absolutely gorgeous? And of course this is the WWDC 2012 banners have started to go up, and in traditional style, websites and people have been taking some snaps. And you know, Apple in their marketing stuff and their kind of speeches or keynotes, they always put this message out, and the message for this event is, where great ideas go on to do great things. And the statement usually means quite a lot, and in this case, you know, what could that really mean? Are they going to demonstrate something new, or is something new going to come out and it's going to end up doing great things? Can it be the new iTV? Following on from this, probably one of the best stories out ever is this year, this next week, we are going to have a mammoth Mac refresh. Pretty much every Mac is going to get refreshed. The Macbook Pro, Mac Air, iMac, Mac Pro. Exception is Mac Mini. There really isn't any solid information on this, and hats off to 9to5Mac who kind of brought this out. And a few days ago, this leak came out. As with every Mac or leak that happens, we usually start to get screenshots, and when they come out, they are pretty much bang on correct. And this image is of course of a MacBook 13-inch box, and the specs are there. And from what this basically is, it's a minor update for the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's only an Ivy Bridge chipset. Yeah, it's got the USB 3, but it's not got the retina display or the complete redesign in terms of the physical lookness, if that makes sense. There is no sort. But that's not to say the 15-inch and the 17-inch aren't going to get a major refresh. What I think Apple is going to do is keep the 13-inch MacBook Pro as the same, lower the price point, just do minor improvements to it, but the major refresh or the major redesign is going to happen on the 15 and 17. I can't seem to see Apple going ahead with the 15 and 17 with the same look, but beefing up the inside. Would it be nice? Yeah, sort of, but I think, you know, the 13-inch Mini has been going on for the past 3 years, and it's not Apple like to kind of continue on with the same design 3 years on. And then there was kind of this domino effect where leak after leak happened. The next leak was to do with the Mac Pro and Apple retail stores refusing deliveries of Mac Pros, or not refusing, but they weren't stocking up. They were kind of drying out on Mac Pros, and usually again when that happens, or when this happens, it means stock is low, either for a product going to be discontinued or a refresh. And in this case, right after this leak, 9to5Mac as usual came out with the serial numbers for, or these product SKUs for upcoming Mac Pros. There's going to be 3 configurations, 2 are going to be standard and 1 is going to be an OS X server. And the reason why the delay has happened for the Mac Pro is because Intel only released their chipsets in March 2012, but that's not to say Apple kind of just shrug off the Pro market and keep them in the dark and just not let them know if the Mac Pro is going to be continued, if it's going to be supported in the future, what is going on. It's not the way, you know, for that end of the market to be kind of kept quiet. I hope Apple learn from this, and in the future, you know, they become clearer on, are they going to support big corporations or people who really need these machines? Because it hasn't been updated in 2 years, so it's, you know, I'd be really pissed off if this was happening to myself. But for those of you who are waiting for a Mac Pro, it will be landing next week from these SKUs. And if you are indeed getting a Mac Pro, leave it in the comments below what you want to see. Is a major kind of redesign going to be, you know, what you're looking forward to, or do you really care about what is inside, which is what the pros really look for. The Mac Pro is something that you shove under a desk and you just want, you know, the coolness of OS X plus you know, the juicy hardware, and not so much the look. You know, if it was an iMac, it's there, you're looking at it all the time, or if it's a MacBook Pro or an Air like I have, you're always kind of looking at it. But a Mac Pro, usually, like Dells, are shoved under desks and not to be seen. In terms of what's going to happen with the MacBook Pro 15 and 17, a redesign is kind of rumoured again by 9to5Mac. It's kind of confirmed. Thinner design, retina displays. The MacBook Air is also getting a refresh. Hey, the iMacs, which is what I'm pretty excited about. Redesigning that idea, that kind of side as well. And this is probably going to be the first year where Apple actually just do one hell of a mammoth Mac update, and they usually kind of space them out. But because they've not released one in Q1 at all, no Mac in Q1, and it's kind of financials have kind of reflected that people are holding off, or they haven't been as good in comparison to previous quarters. And now that Mountain Lion is here, it makes sense to kind of, you know, lay the groundwork for a brand new start for the Mac, and I am one who is really excited about this. Guys, that is it really for this week in Apple. Not really an Apple Weekly, just more of a Mac refresh. I thought I'd do this kind of segment before I leave here, and by the time I get back, hopefully I'll be putting my order in, as most of you are, come WWDC. You know, the Apple website has been down for the past 4 or 5 days, on and off. It's not usually the case. It usually goes off once in a blue moon, once in every 2 weeks. But the past 6 or 7 days have been constantly with the website going down, and they're probably gearing up for goodies that are going to be added to the Apple Store website. So roll on next week, roll on WWDC. Let me know in the comments below what you are going to be hitting the buy now button or the order button come Monday or Tuesday. What is, you know, what are you going to get? I'm most looking forward to iMacs, and if it's juicy enough, Apple have my cash, indeed. I'll see you in the next video, guys.
Whether
Cheers.
it be an iPhone, a Nokia, HTC, Samsung, heck, any smartphone on the market, it's compatible with our garments.
There is indeed a pocket for this, and a pocket for that. You can buy it today at igear.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You never know, you might be the next one to get in on our free giveaway.